All right, my family, the People's Mic family, it's yet another time to meet you, to talk to you, to discuss, to have conversations that we say matters most to you. We are not a podcast that is going to pick here and there. We are so selective with our content, and we want to thank you so much enough for following us. Those of you encouraging me to keep pushing Mwasinja, Mwasinja, Mwasinja Kotibu. I'm very happy to announce our very first sponsor, St. Leo's College Omachidodo. Thank you so much for coming on board, for supporting the People's Mic, matters that are amplified to you. Now, today on the show, we are having Baluku Wilfred, the municipality's physical planner. This man is in charge of whatever structure you're seeing in town, how that town is, and with time, I think he said no. The municipality or Kasese as a town needs to have an upgrade to the city status. But how are we going to do that? And so he and the team came up with a plan which is going to explain to us. Some of us might be affected, but we say please cooperate. We need this a tourism city. We need, as other cities, to be upgraded to a city status. So today we are having him. We want him to clarify to us. Municipality. How are you supposed to manage your waste? You people, don't you move? Don't you see how other cities are clean? I'm very sure Abanda Bakatambla, you've seen how Kampala is very clean now, and that is what we are going to do as Kasese. So please listen to us, cooperate, and let's have this show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Musukali.
As I want to first dig into your schedule as a physical planner. How is your schedule like
My schedule,
in
like in
office, work
office,
related? Because I
yeah,
understand it might be a very, very busy office.
it is a busy office
Mm,
because one, even when the structure says I am supposed to be having a physical planner after me,
mm,
I am the only person in office. And specifically, I am the senior physical planner. The senior physical planner who is not having a physical planner under him. But all the same, life is moving on. I come here, I report at work at 8:30. I'm always here checking in office. And then most of the time are meetings and field stuff. Like right now, you called me. When I was in Rukoki,
mm,
there was a case of someone who was constructing in a road. So through the contacts of the LOCs and the other leaders, I was notified. But because I don't work alone, I had to go and pick the town agent of the area and the enforcement staff. And we are from Rukoki. Basically, when we reach such sites, we want to know the people doing those illegal constructions. And we talk to them because these days they encourage us to engage with the people, not fight them.
mm, mm,
So, like today, I'm right now from the field. I am from Rukoki, Butumba side.
mm,
I have just met when there is a gentleman who has apportioned quarter plots, a road that was 10 meters wide. He's just slashing it into plots. So I talked to him and engaged him and told him what I'm going to do. In fact, we are going to write to him, so that he makes good. Stopping him, there is one structure already towards roofing. I've just tried contacting the owner to tell him that he's constructing in a road and I've not gotten him. But through the LOCs, I think we shall get him and we can stop him and engage him to remove it. So that is how basically the day goes by. I'm always receiving calls of such illegalities in the field.
don't you get resistance? Because someone can say, because now for the illiterate class, umdanga nabwati, but epuloti niya habo chaka hakabwati ngari can be
Yeah, those are
humanity.
the issues now.
Mm,
It drives us back to, yes, the Constitution of Uganda of 1995 says land belongs to people.
Hmm.
But the way that land will be used, the guidance, the planning, there will be an authority to guide the development of that land. And then it brings me to the structure plan.
Yeah, what you have right now.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Kasese
Mm,
as a municipality has had, I think we are more than 20 years now, if not less than that, as a municipality. How
yes.
do you come up with this plan of saying, no, I think Kasese as a municipality, before someone constructing, there should be this process?
Good. Of course, we work under laws enacted by Parliament.
Hmm.
We have acts of Parliament that guide us in everything that we do.
Hmm.
Like for my case, I have the Physical Planning Act
Hmm.
that came into existence in 2010.
Hmm.
The Physical Planning Act was replacing the Town and County Planning Act of 1967.
Which says,
The Physical Planning Act is like our guide. Previously, you'd ask me, but this is my land. This is
hmm,
the way I'm
hmm,
supposed to develop it.
I have all the right
Okay,
to,
I have all the
to build what I
rights.
want there.
You say I shouldn't put here my structure. Where is your plan to guide?
Hmm.
But that was all sorted through the Physical Planning Act. Section 3 of the Act declares the whole country into a planning area. Section 3 of the Physical Planning Act. Basically, that means for anything that you are supposed to do on land, you are supposed to seek for permission from the authority. Be
Permission or
it
guidance?
permission,
Oh,
yes, not guidance, permission. You are supposed to seek for permission from the authority. That is the Physical Planning Act, Section 3 of the Act. Now it removes these issues of saying, but you say, I am not supposed to do this because where is your plan to say it? Because planning is a bit expensive and people were always giving it as an excuse.
hmm, hmm.
Now the law was enacted to declare the whole country, not only the municipality, not only the city, but the whole country. The whole country means the boundaries of Uganda, where Uganda passes. You are not supposed to do anything on your land without permission from the authority. And remember, the authorities everywhere. The authorities are the sub-counties, the authorities are the town councils, the authorities are the municipalities and cities and
So for
districts.
starters, if I have land
Yes,
in town,
yes.
I want to put something.
Mm.
How am I supposed to go? Where do
Good.
I start?
If you have land in town and you want to put there something, you are supposed to seek for development permission.
From who?
The development permission is sought from the Physical Planning Committee. The Physical Planning Committee is composed of the town clerk, who is the head.
Hmm.
The secretary of the committee is the physical planner and
Hmm.
other members. The composition has the engineer, the environmental officer, the
Hmm.
health person, and it talks about the physical planner in private practice and an architecture. So it is from that committee
Isn't
that
that
you seek.
expensive for citizens? Is it free anyway?
Yes, like I've said, when you are going to develop, land is yours. But what goes on that land has to be guided for better development of the country. Because, like I said, the whole country is declared into a planning area. So, wherever you are, be it in the village, be it in the city, you are supposed to seek for development permission. But basically, it is the reason my office is there as the physical planner. You bring your application for development permission in this town. An application for development permission, if you want to develop, goes for 100,000. You will
But it's
pay,
public service.
yes, public service, but of course you're supposed to pay for it. And sometimes these are regulatory issues where you have to pay so that,
And you don't ask no
as in
questions.
negotiate.
No, what I'm meaning is
Mm,
if it is a regulation by the government,
mm.
why should citizens pay for it? Why am I constructing on my land? And if I'm seeking permission from you, why do I need to pay for that application?
Oh, yes. Like I've said, it is for regulatory purposes. And two, we are here to offer service as we get taxes to run council business. So it is part of the taxes that are supposed to be levied on individuals, and we develop our town. Remember, when you come to seek for development permission, you are going to put up something. You
Hmm.
don't just come and you're going to joke around. You're going to put up the structure that will be earning you money. And of course, like I've told you, there is a committee. That committee needs to go out there
Hmm.
to inspect you, to see the type of development you are putting in place.
Hmm.
But if I can elaborate more, like you asked, after that development permission
Hmm.
from the Physical Planning Committee,
Hmm.
previously it was the Physical Planning Committee handling all issues to do with the development of a town.
Hmm.
But again, in 2014, there
Hmm.
was enacted another law, the Building Control Act of 2014. Now that is the act that is responsible for these constructions. The Physical Planning Committee is the one in charge of knowing what we are supposed to do where. You get me? Like you said, we have a physical development plan,
Hmm. For the
sometimes called
municipality,
the
yes.
structure plan
Hmm.
for this municipality. That structure plan basically is our guiding tool.
What is in what is in this plan
Aha.
specifically as the municipality? What are you planning? What are you intending to change in the municipality?
There's nothing that changes. There's nothing. That plan, that physical development plan, that structure plan is always done after 10 to 20 years. It is
Hmm.
updated.
Hmm.
So, like right now, we have developed one from 2020 running up to 2030. That structure or physical development plan gives guidance of how that municipality, for the case of Kasese, will be developed. In it are these land uses. Basically, it handles land uses. It is a paper that has colors. Every color has a land use that it represents.
Hmm.
Basically, to guide development. Remember, we have environmental issues that we're supposed to cater for in the plan. We have economic issues that we're supposed to cater for in the plan.
Hmm.
We have cultural and historical issues that we are supposed to cater for in the plan. So that plan guides the development of this municipality. It covers the entire municipality. It has land use one here, and we'll say this place is for residential, this place is for commercial, this place is for
Is industrial.
institutional, this place is industrial. So that when you come for development permission, I will see, is the development you want to put up commensurate with where you want to put it in as far as land use is concerned, so that we don't have issues of bringing porridge.
Hmm.
That is the way to go. Basically, after that, if you bring your plans, I look at them and know you want to develop in Kisagazi,
Hmm.
and Kisagazi is
Residential.
residential. You get me?
Hmm. Hmm.
If you came up with an industrial plan for Kisagazi, I would say no. Go and change the plan because this place is not for industrial. You get me? So
Hmm.
basically, that is the structure plan or the physical development plan to guide the development of the municipality. And it is the reason you have to come here to seek for development permission. It is in my office, you have to come and see before you even buy land. If you have it in mind that I am buying land for this, it is better you come to my office and first know which,
Where I am buying
yes,
land.
what land use is for that place. You get me? So
Hmm.
that when you buy, you should buy knowing that this is what I'm going to develop in that place.
What about the structures that are not up to standard? I would say up to the standards of the committee. We are told they are temporary structures that you are planning to have out of town. The metal structures, Cliff, yeah, the metal structures, the wooden structures, these are permanent structures that are close to the road.
Yes.
Yeah, we've seen those streets where Engudayei, this is a bar, Engudayei, this is a hotel, Engudayei, this is that. How are you going to? Are they part of the plan, or you're going to just let them be?
Like you have observed, it is an issue ongoing in the whole country. There is a circular that has come from the PS Ministry of Local Government advising. Of course, they should have gone around and seen the mess in most of our towns. Like if we can begin with Kampala, those who have gone to Kampala of late will attest that there is some order. Kampala was always busy with a lot
So
of
dramatic.
jam.
Personally, I don't like going to Kampala because of the
Yes.
jam. Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, with this order being effected, there is some order in Kampala. There is no longer jam. We have come to find out these are the vendors. And now they push the people to the roads. Remember, the roads are for vehicles. So it is the same thing here. It is rolling to all the cities. If you are following the news, it is all over the cities and municipalities. They are implementing it. So Kasese, we are not being left out. We have notified to these people that they should make good and prepare themselves to leave our roads and road reserves. They should remove their ramshackled
Structures.
structures. Among them are the containers.
Yeah, yeah.
Council, in its wisdom, passed a resolution that containers should not be erected in the central business district.
So they can be off the municipality or
I think
off the town.
of the town. The reason was simple. The moment you put a container in your plot, you will be comfortable and not think about developing it. You get me? The moment you put a container somewhere in a road reserve, you are not going to rent the premises. And remember, these people have invested a lot of money in putting up structures. I can tell you we still have structures in this town that don't have tenants. I can tell you we still have places that are not occupied because of either their location. So we are saying, can we first fill those structures before we think of placing containers? The moment you place a container, the container will be there, and as council, of course, we shall not get the required taxes. The place where you've placed a container is not a designated place for that business. So it is basically the reason we are saying no. Let us also clean our town and bring trade order. Those of you who have gone to Kasinde, you will agree with me that Kasinde was also a mess.
Yeah, yeah.
The market.
Yeah.
People had started putting their merchandise on the walkways. People would squeeze themselves as they were passing. So we have started with Kasinde to bring order. Where there is no order, there is no development, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you, a town that has no order is a dead one. People are appreciating Kasinde.
Did you give them notice prior?
Yes, we have talked to them. We have met them, their leadership. We have given them time. Like for this, that we are going to effect the carrying of containers, the demolition of those other structures that are adjacent to the road. We have the town clerk himself, this time not the fiscal planner. The town clerk himself has written letters to these people, notifying to them, and we gave them a whole month.
That's short.
Even if it is short,
Mr. Wilfred, that's a short
we
while.
had started
30
engaging
days.
them. Yes,
30 days is too short for me to relocate.
the law talks about 14 days. The other law talks about 28 days. But we gave them 30.
Don't you
And
have discretion decisions where you see structures and not feeling sorry for the person, but for the service that person is giving to the community, especially Got what? Got Palace, Meat Palace, Hawa Baluku. It's true, it's adjacent to the road. It's very close to the road, but the service he's giving to the people, I think, I don't know, maybe he can be considered as.
But that service health-wise is not the best because such open places with our dusty town,
But he's clean.
I don't know, I've never been there. But we are saying that service can still go in the structures,
In a permanent
yes, in a
structure.
permanent structure, and
Mm.
people enjoy it better. So that's what we are saying. We are not, because that is supposed to be part of a road reserve. That is
Mm.
supposed to be part of where we should put our green. But he has used it for his own purposes. Remember, even
But
when
when he
you are
was
going,
putting that structure there, did he come to you, or as
no,
Mwele Kanatsuka, as he had just started? Did you reach out to him to stop him?
we have issues of enforcement.
Mm.
Of course,
Yeah, yeah,
as an
yeah.
officer,
Mm. That's
I
why I was
will
asking.
reach there.
Don't you get resistance?
I will reach there and tell him. I
Mm.
will even reach there and write to him a notice. But I
Mm.
can tell you, our people are very adamant. I think there should be research about us
Mm.
because you will tell a person this is wrong, but I can tell you that person will insist and even construct at night and even construct during weekends when we are not active. You just come and find something, people enjoying, like you saying it is a good place. And then when you want to come in as an authority,
Mm.
they
Mm.
look at you personally. They don't look at you as an institution and know that you are doing your work. So it is the reason when such mass cleanups come up, at least they should have seen from Kampala, Mbarara, Masaka, they are seeing the fillers. It is the reason we all socialists join in and sweep these people off the streets. I don't think Kasese is lacking space for such activities. No, the structures are there and empty plots are still there. The reason we encourage these other people to put up structures where these people can work.
Wow. I see very many people being affected. I see people going back home. I don't know if they're going to have other plans, because 30 days notice is really unfair. I don't know if you had given them notice prior, like let's say 6 months,
But like
but
I've,
1 month,
but like I've told you, all these are regulations, laws. The law talks about 14. I've told you the
14
Physical
days.
Planning Act, the Public Health Act talks about 28 days, and we even give them 30. So there is no reason to complain. But all the same, they know that they are in wrong. Two,
Mm,
where are these people going? Most of these people selling on our streets are supposed to be in markets. And I will tell you that we have empty markets. The only market that is active is Mawa market.
mm,
But I can tell you we have Kamlikwizi market, popularly known as Sadi market.
mm.
We have Nyakasanga market. That
That
market
one
is
died.
empty.
When did you last reach Nyakasanga
Good.
Market Cliff?
But
That
I
one
can tell
died.
you, if people go there, other people will follow them there. It is the reason we want to now zone these markets and say Nyakasanga, if you want fish, Nyakasanga. If you want matoke, it was said. So that we decongest the Mawa market. You'll agree with me that Mawa market,
It's too congested.
very
It's
congested.
too, because
The
we
roads
can even
have been
see on the
the
walkways,
roads have been
Zabashananas and sorts.
overtaken.
Mm,
You
true.
can't know where the road is. There are times when you have a vehicle and you are going there, you are like, what kind of mess is this? So basically, it is the reason we are here to guide and put things right, and we are going to do it.
It's a very trick one. I'm looking at a very active street that actually the only active street that we have in Kasese that works at night, that feeds lots and lots of people who have businesses there. I'm looking at how two main, actually, I should say the heads of the streets are the ones affected. I don't know if they'll come to you and probably sit with you and look for a way of saving them. That is Sky's Lounge and our Baloku. Those are mainly affected ones. And the They have lives of people depending on them. I don't know if you're going to think about that.
They are not only those.
Oh, there's even construction going on. How Kayo?
Kayonga.
It's it's too you it's too adjusted to. Oh, Ngudaye naho ha. Did they reach out to you? You want to say they didn't reach out to you for a plan?
That Kayonga man has an approved plan. That Kayonga man, the plot,
And it's just next to a mast. I am told
Bali Mulongoti.
Omulongoti Sebalihimba too close. It's a tricky one.
It's a bit tricky, but one, I can say he has approved plans, and the building control officer is seriously monitoring the construction. I can tell you, he's not in a road because we went there and measured. Only that from the look of eyes, that is what you see.
Mm.
But these other people affected, you will agree with me that is it legacy?
Legacy. Mm.
Yes, he has also extended in our road reserve. Wiranda has also extended in our road reserve.
He's affected too.
Yes, all those are affected. What we are going to do, we have encouraged them to open up their boundaries. These town plots have dimensions. You have a title. A title will say your dimensions are 30 by 15 by, and they are supposed to be mark stones on every corner. That is where you are supposed to make your development. You get me? So when you go outside your plot boundaries, whose land are
So
you?
Kayo is in his boundary.
Yeah, Kayo is in his boundary, but these others that I've told you about have somehow
How different
encroached.
is Kayo from Baluku according to construction? Is it because Baluku is in either where he is? It should have been a compound, something like that. I don't know.
The plan there is different. If I can tell you, the plan there is different. Whereas Kayo's plots extend towards the road,
Hmm.
Baluku's, there was a provision of some space before the road. So that is basically the difference. But
You
Kayo,
really have to be parents and considerate while implementing this.
yes,
You really have to be considerate.
and it is what we are doing. We are sensitizing these people. We are telling them to open up their boundaries.
Hmm. What is
Basically,
opening up a boundary? Like,
opening up a boundary is like I've told you, this is a plot. Someone has a plot that is planned, and then there are mark stones. The mark stones are like the
Eribwe.
buyenje, eribwe. Omwakyalo mwe wetu, the mark stones haha ngabeere omuti waawu owakakuseparatinga na neighbor waawu. But in a town we use mark stones, meaning where your mark stone is where your plot ends.
And
On both corners of your plot there are those mark stones, meaning that is your plot size. Any development, do it within, don't come outside your mark stone. That's where your plot ends. So when we say open up your boundaries, we are saying show us your mark stones, and if you are beyond your mark stones, then you are in someone's land.
which
You
is
get
the
me?
government's land.
Which is government's land, either road reserve, or you have even encroached on your neighbor's land. And we are saying leave that. Because if you have a plot of 50 by 100, the law says you should not build the whole plot. At least build 70% of the plot so that 30 can cater for the parking and other services.
The plots in town that don't have structures yet, what is your plan about it? Because there are plots, quite a number of them that are in the center of town. Looking at opposite White House, we have opposite Clembe Stage. There's a plot there. There's a plot below, after no before Link. There's that space. Such spaces. What is the municipality's plan? Are you advising the owners to develop or do anything about them?
In fact, we have given a task to the town agents to identify plots, vacant plots in the central business district,
Hmm.
so that we call it. In fact, they are supposed to be bringing that information to my office. We gave them up to Wednesday tomorrow. And we are going to have a meeting with those people to know what their plans are. Because as we chase out these vendors, they will need space where to work from. And now that these people have plots, we want to know if they have the capacity to develop them. Of course, it is not in the law that you should
For
someone,
24.
but it is our responsibility still to engage them so that we tell them what we want in our town. As we aspire to be a city, we are even thinking any structure that comes up in the CBD, we have said it has not to be less than 3 stories. At least it should go higher. We have zoned the town central business district 3 stories and above. Then the other areas you can develop with guidance from us. It is the reason we are here. Like I've always been telling people, if people don't come to our offices, then we are useless in offices. But we have always had a challenge. People go there after they have done wrong things, after they have bought in bad places. You buy a plot in a swamp, you buy a plot in a road reserve, you buy a plot in a drainage channel. After you have bought, then that's when you come to the fiscal planner to cry out. We are telling them, utilize our office, utilize my office. If it means buying land, consult and ask, is this land that they are going to sell to me okay? You get me? The reason basically we are here so that we can guide in all that land transactions, development, and all that, and then we can develop our town the
And
best way.
someone said, was it yesterday? They said, Ibua, how much when our waste management is still up to 20%. The municipalities garbage, the waste management, how we are. I don't know if it is up to you as the municipality, or if it is, if of course it has to start from us the citizens. But who gives the push? Who directs? Who guides on what waste to put and where and how?
Kasese Municipal Council, all that is under the jurisdiction of Kasese Municipal Council. We have departments here, like mine is land and physical planning. There is health. Basically, when it comes to waste, that is an issue to do with the health and sanitation. But since I am a jack of all trades, I am an urban specialist, I can call myself. Kasese Municipal Council has a landfill, has a waste treatment plant down there in Chidodo, where we dispose our waste. But the new trend with the municipality is that the polluter pays. If you are generating waste, see how that waste is disposed. What is it that we do as Kasese Municipal Council? We provide where the waste will be disposed and manage it thereafter.
But
Kasese
your
Municipal
people,
Council,
Wilfred,
Kasese Municipal Council has contracted out people to get this waste from the homes. I hear a person pays 2,000 per month. Cecilia, how do you feel to pay 2,000 per month to dispose of your waste?
There are millions of people that are not willing. Me, I speak the truth. There are millions
But
of
then,
people that are not willing to
yes,
pay that
that
money.
we know.
I don't know how you're going to
That
handle
we
that.
know. We have been sensitizing them about that. This is your waste that you generate. And whom do you think should now manage your waste? Pay 2,000 per month and have your waste disposed at our site. And we see how we manage it when it reaches the site. And we are sensitizing people about that. We can say there is compliance. We have big producing waste sites like Mawa Market. The market management is in charge to see that the the market is cleaned, and the waste is disposed. And I think we are not bad off. It is the reason we were ranked the cleanest town last year. Of course, yes,
You heard about that? You
yes,
heard about that?
we were ranked the cleanest
About
town
Fort
last year.
Balinka.
Fort is no longer competing with us. At
But
least
congratulations
we want
about
to
that.
maintain the only challenge that we have is maybe our weather, because health and sanitation and has a lot of components. They will look at the beauty, they will look at, remember we had just worked on our roads and
Mm,
planted flowers, and
mm.
at least the town, I can tell
At
you,
least there's a good
I
picture in
commend
town.
these
But when you move to places like Kizungu,
yes,
Acholikota,
yes,
Nyakasanga,
mm.
Saruti,
Yeah,
Kisagazi.
we still have
Oh,
challenges. We still have challenges. We will not deny there are
mm,
still challenges.
mm.
But like I've said, it is still our work to sensitize those people about the best waste management practices.
You heard about what happened in Kampala, is it 3 years, 2 years ago, where
The
they had a
landfill.
place, yes, where they had a place where they were disposing of the waste and turned out to be something else, claimed two lives. Yeah. What plan do you have for where you're disposing of your waste? Don't you think that people staying close to it can be affected with time?
But like I told you, our people have a problem. We had some land planned for disposal, but I can tell you these people have gone and constructed just adjacent to the landfill.
But if that is where my land is, then get me
No,
somewhere else. This
it
is
is
a
not their
cry.
land. I will tell you, below, you know, that our landfill where we dispose our waste
Mm,
borders the national park.
mhm,
We had planned a road to separate our landfill from the national park.
mm,
But you know that you wake up all of a sudden, these people have constructed in the road. Our people have even carried these mark stones of the park, and they are big these beacons. They uproot a beacon, carry it some meters into the national park just because they want to encroach on the national park, and all of a sudden it becomes a mess. So sometimes even when these people complain,
mm,
because like it is supposed to be, when you are putting up a development where we
mm,
started, you are supposed to seek for permission.
mm, mm,
If you say you are being inconvenienced by the landfill, you are being inconvenienced by that stuff where we dispose. When did you build there? Who gave you that permission to build there, sincerely? And now you are coming to complain? You get me? That's where I get challenged with our people. After doing wrong,
mm,
then
mm,
they will come to
mm,
claim they have issues with council.
mm.
Legally, they say if you're seeking for equity, you have to come with clean hands. Your hands are dirty. You are the same person doing wrong things, and you want right to be done to you sincerely. So I think we still have a lot to do with the
Mm,
mindset of our people.
mm,
Our
mm,
people
mm.
like bad things.
But how are you engaging with these local communities, especially these that are in informal settlements? People that never went to school, betukana no matter. You see, there's a difference between uh, I don't want to call it being rich, but there's a difference between having money and being informed. I'm very sure there are people that are in town, they are okay, but they are uninformed. How are you going to deal with these people, especially the locals?
What we do as Kasese Municipal Council,
Mm,
like there are programs going on of barazas. Barazas, these are meetings with the community, local community down there.
mm,
We go
mm,
to them and explain to them what we do and
mm,
what we expect of them. We have
mm.
been doing that.
Any challenges you faced during your engagement?
Yes, they don't come. They don't come for these meetings. You call them, you engage the leadership,
Mm,
but when you go on ground
mm,
where you expected the hundreds of people, you'll
mm,
only meet 20, 15, 10. What are we supposed to do, sincerely? Not all of them listen to radios. We have gone to radios, to tell them about government programs.
Mm.
Even when you want to go to them, that's where the challenge is. They don't want to come. They think when you call them, you should give them money. And
Money.
so it is a very big problem. It is a very big challenge. But we shall not run away from responsibility. We shall still go to radios and use other avenues. Like right now, Kasese Municipal Council is updating its valuation role. The valuation role, if I can explain it in simple terms, is knowing these properties that are in town. There is an attachment of the value, which is called property tax, that these citizens are supposed to pay. For as long as your structure is earning you something in rent, you are supposed to remit that part of that rent to the municipality. So it is an ongoing process. We engage the valuer, he's valuing the properties. We have started the display of the draft valuation roll today. We are supposed to display so that these people come and see whether what has been levied against them is okay with them. You get me? Because the valuer can also make mistakes. He can reach your structure when you're not there and ask these people who are there, and they give him wrong information. A structure where you get 1 million, he says you get 3. So we are telling these people, come and see. Because the moment the valuation roll is passed, assented to by the minister, whether you have been levied a lot, you will pay, because you didn't come to do what? To check.
Yeah.
You get me? So right now, it has started, the display has started today. We are calling upon these our people to come and check. They have a right. If you think the money they levied against you is high, you complain. There will be a evaluation court that will sit and look into your matter. In most cases, I've always been the secretary. They reduce for them. But you'll find out that these people will not come. Announcements are on radio. They have started today. We are doing the same here. But they will not come. But after it has been assented to, then you see a person coming, complaining, you levied a lot of money on me. But where were you?
So
This is some exercise that
I
is,
think you need some huge and deep engagement with them, the awareness.
yeah, we
That
are
is
going to
so
do that.
consistent.
We are going to do that, and we have started on radios. We are going to them, telling them to come and check, so that when this roll comes out, having been assented to by the minister, we don't get complaints.
Mr. Wilfred, as we finalize, these structures that have grown, have worn out.
Dilapidated.
Yes, what are your plans for them, especially the Saudi Yako? Saudi Yako used to be Kasese's spot back then, but now the structures, they are them. They're not giving. I don't know what you're going to do for structures like
The
that.
Physical Planning Act as amended talks about refurbishing such structures. But like I said, I think our people are adamant.
They don't have money. They don't have money. Me,
But
I'm going to
again,
speak that with it. They don't have.
yeah, it is
That
all
is their
about
cry.
engagement. Still, we are going to engage them. When you come to us, you also wake us up. And it is your role anyway. We engage and you tell us what is there, and we tell you the challenges we get, and we can always improve. We can't do everything at once, because we shall be overburdening these people. We are saying get off the streets, even get these dilapidated structures, put them down. So we think we should go step by step.
What's the structure's timeline?
Of course, the structure that is well built, depending on the materials you used, there are structures that go for 100 years. There are structures in Europe that were built in 18 something, and they are still strong. But of course, it depends, like I've said, on the materials used. Here, a structure goes for 50 years because of the materials we use. But remember, after 50 years, their fashion is coming up of nice structures. And we imagine by then we should have been economically sound, economically boosted our economy, and we can always change. There are structures in Kampala that you look at. Do you see Mukwana Arcade? They are going to put it down. That gentleman is going to put a magnificent other structure.
But he has money.
But if it was in Kasese, that was enough for us. So depending on the economic muscle. But still, ours is to see that your structure is in good condition. It will not endanger the lives of those living there. At least it should be modest. At least it shouldn't have cracks that are dangerous, that it may fall tomorrow. So if it is in that state, why fight with you anyway? Because there are structures, there are other structures that are left there for historical purposes. There are structures that are left. You will go to homes and find out they have built a mansion, but they still leave the other structure because it has some historical connections and significance. It is also part of planning. And, so there are structures, we may not erase all of them, but for as long as they are habitable, they are good for habitation, aeration is okay, the structure is not in dangerous condition. If it was a vehicle, it is not dilapidated. At least why not? So that, because like you said, those that have structures that are not to the standard don't like it. Maybe it is because of their financial status. So it is always about engagement. We engage with these
The
people.
municipality's plan, how long do you think it is going to take the municipality to implement it for you to be satisfied that yes, this is where we wanted Kasese to be as per plan?
Wow. Of course,
because you're dealing with people, you're dealing with someone who can threaten your life, you're dealing with humans, you're dealing with people who can say, but where can you think can you even plot here anywhere? Who are you?
Yeah, like I've said, planning is a continuous process. I may not say we will reach there this time, because like I've told you, today there is this. The world is evolving. The world is developing. I imagine there will be a time when these structures will not be there, and there comes some other thing where you can even fold a structure and reach somewhere and unfold it. So we don't know what is coming, but at least what we want is a modest town where the roads are clear, sustainable development. What we do should benefit those that come after us 100 years. We can only achieve that. The reason we are focusing on environment, like you can see, the planting of trees on Musinga Hill.
Thank you.
Those who were here some time back, there used to come a lot of wind with sand from this side of Kanyangea. This whole place was bare. But you can see that through our initiatives and interventions, trees have been planted, and at least our town is now green.
You're now green, yeah.
You get me?
You're now green.
So that is what we aspire for. And remember our vision as a municipality. It is to have a clean, green, well-planned, and poverty-free municipality. Of course, that's where we focus. All our focus.
Poverty-free, what do you mean?
Poverty-free. Of course, someone should be in position to manage himself and his well-being, the needs of someone. You should have the basics, food at least, better shelter, clothing.
How are you doing that as a municipality?
We are doing it by putting in initiatives that will uplift our people. Some of them, like you can see our market. Are you aware that this was built by government purposely to uplift our people? But can you believe me that there are stalls that are still empty?
No.
Yes.
Please give me one stall.
These
I didn't know.
These concrete stalls.
In this main market?
Yes. You just from
But
here, you just pass.
there's a way those people are too congested. Ukabula na helava this side of the shoes. They are too
Aha.
and you're telling me
The
they're
stalls are there.
but we are told getting a stall in the main market is ukabribing. We are told.
Those are liars.
Babinatrovera hana banda bakindi abangana bahe bribe bakisa kindi bahe bribe bakimuleka 7 mutemtako kwangu. We've heard those
I
things.
know. I know. Maybe. Of course,
I
those
mean, it's
will
so
always be
unfortunate
there.
that our community thinks.
And that is the problem. Let me talk about that.
Mhm.
When I go to the field,
You have to
there
be
is,
you have to
there
be
is,
careful because someone can trick you down and say,
no.
"Me, I'm giving you 5 million.
When
Leave
I
my
go to the
structure."
field, I have always had issues. I think people, I don't know. I don't know whether it is that bad culture. Do you know that you go to the field and someone thinks you're going to the field to look for money? And all he thinks about is giving you money. You tell him, but I've come to work, I've come to guide you on this. They think
And then he
of
starts.
people. Yes. No, we are paid to do our work. And I will tell people outside there, let us do our work. Let us do our work. Of course, we are not the same. We are not the same. But let us do our work. There is always that mentality that council is bringing this so that they get money. No. No. But we shall, I can assure you, we shall show them that we are after work, not after money. Because after all, government is paying us. It has enhanced some of our salaries. Some of us are paid very well. Some of us are paid very well. And thank God they are also going to even enhance our other colleagues. I will call upon our people. Let us do our work. When we reach there, we are not coming for money. I was embarrassed. I went to the field with my town clerk. But this rich gentleman thought, I think these people are coming for money. He calls me aside. I tell him, no.
We are not here.
No, we are not here for money. Do the right thing. So basically, that is it. You had talked about, don't you want anything to do with use mid roads and all that?
So it was. I think it's part of the plan, but as you made roads, you know very well that there are people you affected. Did you come to them prior construction? Because Skies was one of the people that were affected by the plan. Why at that time did you tell the gentleman, you know what? Now, a few years from now, we're having another municipal structural plan. We think you can either move away and have a permanent structure because he was away from the road previously before the use made. He was away from the road.
After the use mid roads, he comes to the road.
He comes to the road, and then you leave him there. I'm very sure your officials or maybe your office might have approached him. I don't know why you still left him, and now he's going to be stressed, and it's disturbing anyway. That as and his one reason why that street is very active right now, and now he's thinking of where am I going to relocate to? Where am I going to? Why didn't these people come to me after construction? That my
We are
people.
not supposed to come to him. He's supposed to come to us.
We're supposed
But
to
of
guide
course, when
him. We are not all informed.
we always guide.
Mama Cliff, are we all
But like
informed?
I've told you,
There are things you've said here that I honestly didn't know about.
Like I've told you, our people are adamant. You tell him this is the right way, he will want to follow the wrong one. So what happens is what is going to happen to them. They learn the hard way. Of course, we are engaging them, and we hope they will comply. They will comply.
But the town is looking clean. I don't know if you're still constructing other roads
Yes.
in the use mid plan.
Yes, there is. We are going to get. We have been given money to construct other roads. The roads that are going to be constructed. One, there is Lincoln. This is the road from Delta joining Bogoyavo. Delta, Margarita, Bogoyavo. That one is going to be worked on. There is another road from Lincoln to Dr. Henry Vambale. this that passes between Genombadi structure and the market. Of course, there are reasons to why we select those roads. One is if a road is encampment free, it has no issues of constructions therein. And two, connectivity. Which people is it serving? You get me? Like this other one is serving the market directly. So we think the market should have a better road. It should be accessible. We were supposed to work on Dr. Henry Wambale Road, but it has encumbrances. Dr. Henry Wambale Road is this road from Selak up to Gas petrol station.
No, this one that has the municipal council.
Yes, health
Health
center.
center.
Yes.
But
So
the
that
place
road
has been left out.
Yes, it has been left out because there are three structures that encroached on that road. Those that are opposite link. But of recent,
they are also too close to the road.
yes, of
Imperial,
recent,
there's Imperial.
Imperial has no problem. When you go there, just check Imperial. That is where they are supposed. Those that are below Imperial are the ones affected. But when you go there, just go and check, because those people mobilize themselves and they say they were ready.
We can have some documentary after here, and then
They were ready. They were ready to demolish. So we have gone to those. If you go to that place, there are markings that we have put there. If you are to demolish, demolish up to this side.
But one of those people is seriously constructing.
Come.
Yes. He's seriously constructing.
And it is unfortunate. For us, we have told them, I should have told you that is where we went, and someone was like, he thinks
either you should be careful.
So that is Dr. Henry Wambale Road, supposed to be worked on, but because of encumbrances, we are working on roads that have no encumbrances. If you need a road, it is demand driven. If you still have issues of encumbrances, we leave you out. After all, very many roads have been designed, so we can choose from here.
There's a place that used to be affected, the former the old taxi park. Do you realize how cold and quiet that place has become ever since the construction started? Ever since that market was shifted to Nyakasanga? Was that land not for government?
It is our land.
What are your plans for it?
We have
that place is very quiet.
Yes,
and it has buildings.
Yes, the place is quiet.
It would be one of the most vibrant places.
Yes. And under USMID, we just want to think of working on those parks. There is a bus and taxi park, and we are thinking we should work on them so that you can't step on a good road and then come in mud. You get me? So it is one of the places that we are supposed to work on under USMID, so that we pave the park from the good road to the paved park. You get me? So that we are working on.
But as you work on it, if there's an assignment, the community is waiting.
So that business can shift from wherever it is back to that place and becomes once again lively.
Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you too.
Personally, as the People's Mic, I'm very, very, very happy that you allowed this appointment to happen. We look forward to working with you. Please reach out. Feel free to reach out to us. In case of any awareness, we'll be there for you.
Masinja, thanks for coming. And I think this will help out our people.
Yeah.
We can always learn. Learning is a continuous process. And we also promise to reach out to these people and engage with them, because now engagement is the way to go.
Thank you so much. This is the People's Mic. See you next time. St. Leo's being our first sponsor. If you're there and you want to be part of the People's Mic, the door is very open for you. Thank you so much.